Hello, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're doing a review on Gotham Knights. I just completed the game, and now I want to take a few minutes and really talk about this and give you my full review. This... Okay, first of all, I am going to call out some of the other people that reviewed this game. I think that their reviews were clearly not exactly. I don't think they were being truthful, or they literally just hate open world games. To be completely honest with you, after beating this game, I was playing it the way I would normally play an open world game up till about the I would say up till about the halfway point, and then I just was like, yeah, I'm just gonna focus on story. So let's take a second and just kind of break this down into a couple of sections. No, I didn't write any notes or anything. I literally just beat the game, and I'm still pretty pumped about it. So right now, when you get into the game, each night represents a like it's a night. Like, this game starts off and it's like really easy at first. There's not a lot going on, and then you'll find like different crimes like these right here. Every little triangle right here, these are all technically crimes that are dotted around the map that you can participate in during each night. So what you'll do is you'll start out each day. When I first started playing, I was taking about 2 hours to go through each night and solve as many crimes as there was, take care of all the little, all those little tiny crimes, the bigger crimes, getting information, like doing interrogations on the people that you beat, getting more, crime data, they'll be like premeditated crimes. They'll be like other stuff. And what you'll do is you are technically Batman now. You are technically doing what he would normally do. You are protecting the city at night, and that's exactly what the game is designed to do. So the more of that you participate in, the better, the better the game is going to be. Every side mission in this game is literally like all of those crimes and stuff are essentially technically side missions. Like, most open world games are just going to have stuff dotted around the map. These are actually meaningful because this is technically an RPG game. You go out there and you participate in this stuff and you build your character. Now, I personally recommend playing this game as a marathon type deal. The longer you spend doing this and building your character and playing it, the better you're going to have once you start going through the story. Now, there are some missions that are going to be like, oh yeah, go do this. Even though you're out there doing all that other stuff, it's going to feed into that and help you get stronger to where you can deal with those challenges and be pretty much even throughout the game. So what happened with my playthrough is I stopped doing that stuff around the halfway point and just started focusing on the mission. I was about a level 20 or something, when I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and start dealing with all of this stuff. And that, it didn't ruin my experience, but I wanted to be able to finish this game and review it as soon as possible. Me rushing through it like that did not affect or ruin my experience in any way, shape, or form. I freaking love this game a lot. I love this open world game a lot. I am extremely satisfied with this game. Now, there's a lot of people out there, like I said, that have reviewed this and they've given it bad reviews. And I think it literally just comes down to they knew that the people had found out about the 30 frames a second, and they just wanted to jump right onto the wagon and just be like, no, it's not a good game. Or they generally do not like, nor do they understand how to play an open world game. Now, I love open world games. That's like one of racing open world games, RPG, stuff like that. These are the type of games that I really love. The upgrade system in this game, I heard a lot of them being like, oh man, that was obviously going to be some sort of like a Marvel's Avengers type thing. No, this game is 100,000 times better than Marvel's Avengers could ever be. Yes, I did actually participate in a little bit of the multiplayer. One of the guys from the community jumped in my game and was playing it with me as I was going through some missions. Right around about the half point of the game, they jumped in and we were playing around and stuff, and I was like, wow, that's freaking cool, man. I like the fact that they could be clear over across the map doing whatever they wanted, solving some of the stuff, and you both get credit for that work. Everything that they found, I got credit for that. And I was like, wow, that's freaking cool. So somebody jumps in your game and starts doing stuff, like, you get credit for that, because each individual character in this game is technically, there's 4 of you, and if they're out there solving stuff, you all get credit for that. It all goes back to the Belfry. Like, everything that gets done, all the input, it leads to the overall progression of the game, and that is cool. That is very cool. So you can play this with your friends, and I could be over here in this part of the town, and I could be solving crimes. They could be over there somewhere else solving crimes, and you're both getting credit for it. At least from the time we played. We played about a half an hour. We went back to the Belfry. Everything that he completed, everything that I completed, I got credit for both of that. So I do believe that is the way that's set up, and if that is the way that's set up, that's cool. That is extremely forward thinking, and definitely really cool. So let's talk about like the overall story of this game. The overall story of this game, wow, I was impressed. I'm pretty impressed for a superhero game. That's pretty impressive. To be completely honest with you, I'm not just saying that. Like, this was a pretty decent story. I would easily put this next to Spider-Man in terms of story and characters and content and stuff. Like, yeah, man, this is a good one. This one definitely deserves to be sitting up there with Marvel's Spider-Man, man. Like, Insomniac did a great job on that game, and Warner Brothers, they did a good job on this one. They did. This is a full, complete experience that really does deserve to be played, man. Like, there are some things, like, not everything is peachy. Let's talk about as far as world, story, characters, content, all of that stuff. Definitely very happy with that. I would give this game a solid 9 just based on all that. Actually, I would give this game a higher score than a 9, but we got to talk about the performance, man. It's, as you can see, like right now, I'm at 53 frames a second. I got the screen counter on. I beat this on the PC. I will be going back on the Xbox and playing some more through that to definitely look at that as well. But performance issues, man. Like, there's definitely performance issues on the Xbox. There's performance issues on the PC. I would really like to see this game have a 60 frames per second mode on the consoles, but at the same time, it not having good performance means it's pretty shaky. So I'm really hoping that they can fix that, because this is a world that I will continue to play in for a very long time. Endgame. You see, we got Harley Quinn, and I didn't finish the Harley Quinn thing. I didn't finish the Mr. Freeze or the Clayface or any of that stuff, because I wanted to save that all for Endgame. So now I can go do these side story contents in my Endgame, as well as still patrol the city that has technically like never-ending freaking content. Like, this game has never-ending content. So that's got me thinking that if they can bring some DLC to this game to further like the story or further what's going on, that would be incredible. That would be incredible. I'm really happy with this game. I feel like it is solid. I feel like there's, like whatever you want to say about like the visuals or whatnot. I don't have a problem with the visuals, man. I think this game is literally freaking beautiful. It's beautiful on the console. It's beautiful on the on the PC. I like this game. I love the way it looks. Yeah, I love the way this game looks. I feel like this game got a bum rap because of performance, and that is a huge thing. Like I get that, but I am not going to. I'm not gonna give the game a bad review just because the performance targets aren't where I think they should be for an open world game, because I have, because I've played other open world games now at 60 frames a second. There was a pretty cool boss fight right here. Like, it was pretty cool. That's my feelings on this, man. I feel like this game is freaking awesome. I feel like it deserves to be played. I do feel like it is. I feel like it is worth the money. If you're gonna play it and have fun with this game, because there's a lot of stuff in here that really does make the gameplay a lot funner. I will say that, like, the traversal thing, like being able to use that side shift, stuff like that, the traversal, the open world traversal, it can get a little bit to the point where it's like, whoa, man. But you know what? Honestly, no, it never really felt too bad. It never really felt too bad. It does kind of feel like the momentum slows down a little bit when you have to go, like, pretty far. But other than that, man, if you're playing this game and enjoying it and having a good time, and, like, you're into it and you're role playing as your freaking your knight, your freaking your Robin or your Nightwing or whatever, your Batgirl. If you're role playing and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, like saving Gotham or keeping it safe, as in like what Batman and everything would do, this is probably the coolest role playing thing that I have ever seen, that I've ever been able to do, is like Batman or anything like that, because it's dynamic. Like, stuff dynamically happens, and that's cool. That's very cool. So you can roleplay as one of these superheroes for as long as you want. Like, it feels like it's got unlimited content to where you can keep going and finding and getting better and keeping safe. That's why I kind of do hope that they bring some more story content with some other stuff, because then that would kind of reward you for putting in the work to build your characters so that you are stronger in a, like, if more story content comes out. Because the story content and the amount of freaking different enemy types and stuff was cool, man. Every time you think you're getting a handle on being able to beat these guys, they're like, oh my gosh, then they throw another one at you, and you're like, oh my freaking lordy. And it gets tough, man. It gets tough. I'm not gonna spoil any of the story. I'm just gonna tell you that it was definitely 100% worth playing through. And you're going to see some stuff in this game, if you haven't already found the spoilers or anything like that. You're going to see some stuff in here that's going to kind of surprise you, and at the same time be like, whoa, man, that is freaking cool, man. Because, like, when you're just doing, like, the street thugs, man, it starts to get more intense. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I definitely feel like this is worth your time, worth your money. I love this game. I think they did a great job. Like I said, I'm going to give it a 9. And it does stand tall with Spider-Man. There are differences. Spider-Man's got a more lively world, whatever. But this right here, like, seriously, man, it never bugged me once. Different districts are going to have more people in them. It's going to be more lively in certain districts in the map. And then it's going to be emptier. There are places like that to where there's a lot going on, and then there's nothing going on. So that's, I mean, if that one little thing about the city being empty or whatever bugs you that much, I don't know. I don't know, because I never really thought about it, or it never really bugged me at all. So, like I said, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will definitely see you in the next one. Robin out, man. This game is awesome.